Center for System of Care, because they really summarize very well in terms of what needs to be done to an organization, and that will kind of slice into one of the things is the creation of a team, and which will be we're going to Omar and Fernando, I believe, will share with us some of that what they are doing. So that's very important. These are the two articles that is in your free running binders. And the other ones that is really, this has been developed a long time ago, but I would say that we still use it very often because it has so much to it. It talks about clinical standards, it talks about governance, it talks about data, how do you collect data, and so forth. So that's another document that I think it's, again, good to refer back to when you start doing some of your activities and so forth. With that said, one of the key things that we found, actually nationally, with a system of care grantees, graduates of system of care, one of the things that we actually follow up is that those grantees or graduates of system of care, if they develop an kind of a cultural competence action team, there's many terms that you can use, but if they have systemically developed something within that organization, that tends to last much longer in terms of the activities and initiatives and so forth. And as a matter of fact, that some of the, going back to surveying that when we did that article in the System of Care handbooks, that we found that some of these organizations that have a cultural linguistic action team or competence action team, diversity team, they tend to actually last for a long, long time with that organizations, which slowly chipping away in terms of what needs to be done. And I think that's the really key take home is that you really do have a kind of a team to make that happen. Even though not to discount that if you go back, several of you and your colleagues who say that we're going to do training, that's very important. That's as important as creating a team. But creating a team, what you're doing is you structurally changing your organizations for the long run. Now, of course, that has to have the support really of your executive director, executive team coming down to say that yes, you will have the time to do this. And that's a challenge, as we all know about productivity, especially those that have to provide direct service. Management may be a little bit easier, but the creation of that team is really critical to sustainability, and also in terms of a coherency of where you want to move your organization to for the next few years. So with that in mind, I would like to invite Omar and Fernando. Anyone else will be, what's the best way, Nick? I was told that I should stand up. The reason is because so that he can film. So should they sit up here or should they stand up?
I mean, I need to switch batteries, so
Okay.
beforehand.
Yeah, maybe